Hello everyone, welcome to Sade's Tarot Tea. So today guys, I have been getting requested to do Shane Dawson for one of my YouTubers to go ahead and do a reading on, and I will include a birth chart reading on him. I will also include his relationship with Jeffree Star. I want to see what the tea is with that. I want to see if their friendship is all like cracked up as it is, which is perfect because I want to come out with this video. His documentary is going to drop the day after I record this, which will be October 1st, which is the beautiful world of Jeffree Star or something like that. I'm probably saying that wrong, so I will put the title here and I will leave a link to his video in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. I will try to hurry up and get this video out as this um documentary airs. So we'll see what happens. So guys, if you are new to my channel, what up? My name is Sade. I'm a tarot reader, I'm an astrologer reader, and I just love to pull on people's energy. I consider myself clairvoyant, clairaudient, and clairsentience, and a little bit of claircognizance too. And if you don't know what those are, ask someone or look it up. Thank you. So, as you guys know, I am closed for personal readings, and I don't think I will be coming back as a personal reader, unfortunately, because my work has picked up. I just want to say a little disclaimer for anyone who's new to my channel. I don't do personal readings anymore just because they are so draining, and usually nowadays I can't give the best of myself to you guys, and that really breaks my heart. So I just prefer to just take a step back completely and listen to my intuitive voice and not do personal readings. My intuition screams at me right now to not do personal readings. So sorry about that, guys. I hope you understand. So anyway, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and do a reading on Shane Dawson. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you like what you see here on my channel, you would like to see more of you, bitch, go ahead and subscribe. You won't regret it. First thing I want to do is go ahead and, you guys already know the drill, okay? Don't act brand new, but if you are new, this is what I do. I go ahead and put their birth chart below, and I just read off of their energy, and I just give you guys what I feel because, like I said, I am clairsentience. So basically I feel around the person and what is currently going on with them, which is why I don't always refer to their placements. I don't take all of that into account. I mainly feel their energy and what is currently going on around them. Okay, so let's go ahead and put Shane Dawson's chart up here. He is a Cancer sun. His moon is in Libra, his Mercury is in Cancer, his Venus is in Gemini, and his Mars is in Aries. Oh my god, the fact that he is a Cancer explains so fucking much. Like, he is always crying in his documentaries. He's very emotional, but with that with that Venus and Gemini and that Mars and Aries, he kind of likes to laugh things off, and like he likes to be like, "Oh, I'm not a little bitch, but like I kind of am though." Like I get that energy from Shane. Like, he doesn't like admitting that he's a little bitch, but it's okay, Shane. It's okay. Like, I'm not saying you're a little bitch, but you call yourself a little bitch, so I'm just gonna go with it. Like, Shane doesn't like crying in front of people, but he will cry if he gets very emotional. If something really touches him, he'll, more so with words, because he has that Mercury in Cancer. So Mercury is how we process communication. Mercury is how we speak to others and how others speak to us and how we process their words, and he processes words in a very emotional way. He doesn't process it logically. So when you say, "Shane, you're a fucking idiot," he's hearing, "Oh my god, you fucking hate me," and then he starts getting upset. He starts getting emotionally upset because he's just like, "Oh my god," he internalizes it and takes it as, well, that is a fucking attack, but he'll take it very personally, and he'll just really carry that burden of that emotion with him of how he felt when someone said that to him. It's not so much like, okay, that word was very hurtful. It's more so the emotion behind that person saying those words. That's how Shane processes his emotions, processes communication. But with his moon in Libra, he's someone that doesn't like his harmony, put off balance. Like, he doesn't like injustice in the world. He hates when things aren't done fairly to someone. He really tries to be likable, and it really hurts him when, him being a Cancer sun with that Libra moon. I kind of like these two placements together. I feel like it makes him very balanced, but emotionally balanced, if that makes sense. So he doesn't like take things completely up the ass. Like he has a humor about him. He likes to laugh at his pain a lot, which is that Aries. You know, he is definitely a fighter. He's not, even though he thinks sometimes he could be like a little bitch, he's not. You know, he oftentimes laughs at a lot of the things that he feels. He likes to crack jokes about things. He has that Venus and Gemini, so he's very witty with certain ways that he says things. He has a quick comeback for, even though he has that Mercury in Cancer. I don't know what his rising's in, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had a third house in Gemini or like Virgo. He just is very like combative when it comes to like being funny. You know, he knows how to emotionally like nail people and to say things to them that will like get them to back off, you know, because he does have that Mars in Aries. So he has that like fight mentality. Won't get into a physical altercation with someone, but he will get into a fight with his words, like for sure. He's definitely someone who won't keep his mouth shut, you know, once he's provoked, you know. Oh, I'm reading the shit out of him. Okay. I also feel from Shane with his Venus and Gemini, it is very hard, or was very hard, to lock him down in a relationship just because he can be very picky. I feel like with his Libra and his Aries, he could be a bit picky, but he has no problem having flings. Like, he would just have flings, and he's made jokes about this in the past, but I see this in his chart that he'll have, like, he'd have flings with people before he met Ryland. I do feel him and Ryland have had, I'm not into their energy yet, but I do feel like they've had like a rocky past before Shane decided to put a ring on it, okay? You know, oh, that was horrible. But, you know, I do feel like Shane and Ryland have had a very rocky past because I do feel like Ryland is a little bit more sensitive than Shane, and Shane doesn't take that into consideration a lot of times because of that Aries and that Gemini can make him very selfish, very self-centered, you know. But we'll get more into that. We'll get more into that. So yeah, that's a little bit of Shane's chart. I feel like he's very kind-hearted. He's a very kind-hearted dude, but he does say stupid shit like a lot of times because one, he likes to evoke emotion, that he's a Cancer, so he likes to evoke emotion out of people. He likes to just say things to get people to like, he's a Mercury in Cancer, so he'll like to say things to like get you to like actually like feel what he's feeling. Or so if Shane is feeling shitty, he will make sure that you feel shitty too. Like, that is definitely what I feel from him. He doesn't really like people being in a good mood around him because then that makes him feel like he's very insecure. He starts to look at himself, he starts to self-reflect, and he just hates doing that. So when he gets around people that aren't really like him, it just kind of like I feel like it agitates him a lot. So he'll do things to like fuck with that person's head. And this is kind of the darker side of Shane, I feel like. I feel so bad saying that because I do like him, but he does have a very dark side to him that he tries. I mean, we've kind of seen this play out in the public a little bit, but he tries to hide this a lot. He tries, but you'll see it like you'll see it slip out of him like every now and then, but he'll try to like laugh it off, or he'll try to crack a really funny joke. And I'm not saying Shane is a bad person. He just does this a lot. Like, this is the very negative side of Shane, the very pessimistic side of him that he's trying to learn to get a hold of, you know, because it has been brought to his attention so many times, you know. So he's just kind of like, well, I can't say anything because people are going to get mad about everything I say, you know. And Shane, that's not what people are saying. They're saying you can still crack your jokes, and yes, people are super fucking sensitive, but sometimes the jokes you say are very hurtful. And you know, they're, and not only, guys, I feel like they're hurtful, they're emotionally evoking. Like, he'll say things. This is the dark side of Mercury and water. I haven't gotten to the Mercury placements, but watch when I do. It's gonna be so interesting because like we don't even pay attention to the Mercury placement, but I love talking about the Mercury and the Mars placements. But more so, I love talking about the Mercury placements in astrology because that's how we communicate, you know, that's how we talk to one another. And this can help you to communicate with people. This can help you not to manipulate them, but this can help you to figure people out a lot faster through their communication, you know, through how they speak, how they, you know, none of us are perfect. I still struggle with this, but it just helps, you know. So I can't wait to get to that series. Like I was saying about Shane's Mercury, I'm staying on this Mercury placement because his Mercury in Cancer surprisingly gets him in trouble a lot, because it's not that he says things very fast like a fire Mercury like me and blunt, it's that it's blunt, but it's hurtful. It's blunt, but it's emotionally damaging. It's emotionally evoking because Shane has had so much shit happen to him. So it's just kind of like he comes from this energy of, if I can't be happy, then why should you be happy? And that's very damaging. That's very damaging to be around him when he's like that. It used to be a lot worse when he was younger, and I can't say that I fully blame him, but at the same time, this is part of his Cancer. He has to learn to evolve out of that. Yeah. Okay, guys, so that's what I've touched on with Shane. So I hope that was more in depth than I'm thinking it was. But the only thing that I was really pulled to was his Mercury in Cancer, because I feel like I said before previously, I feel like that has been his downfall, and he doesn't understand why people get so mad at him. And it's because, Shane, like, when you speak, you say things that are very fucking hurtful. You say things that fuck people up in the head because you feel like, well, I'm fucked up in the head, so it's okay, like, to fuck other people up in the head. And that's Cancer at its darker energy. Like, that's Cancer when they don't give a fuck. So I hope he sees this and realizes, oh fuck, I need to change that. So guys, I'm not making excuses. I never do, and I wasn't making excuses for Jeffree Star, which we will get into. Okay, with Shane anyway. So, one big thing that I feel from them is they relate to each other a lot. They relate to how they both can be very pessimistic and hurtful. Like, that is something that Shane and Jeffree have bonded over. Like, cuz Shane understands Jeffree in a way that only a water sign can understand another water sign. And if any of my Cancerians that watch my videos, or any of my Scorpios that watch my videos, y'all know what I'm talking about. And Pisceans, they're called the water trio. Like, y'all just have this way that you move through your energy, you move through life. Like, you guys just understand each other, you guys cling to each other. And honestly, like, that is why it's so hard to be around water signs when they're together, because they just like cling to each other. And not only do they cling in general, but they just like really cling to each other. So that's what I'm feeling like happened with Shane and Jeffree, is that they found camaraderie in each other, because they're both very pessimistic in certain ways, but they're very, at the same time, kind of optimistic in certain ways. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and look into their friendship. If you guys don't know, Jeffree is a Scorpio. I've already said that multiple times. And like I said, Shane is a Cancer. So we're gonna go ahead and look at their relationship. So the first thing I want to know is what happened when Shane and Jeffree first met. And what I feel like happened with them is there was this instant camaraderie. Like, we bonded like immediately. Like, they were just like, oh my god, like, I've heard things about you. And then Jeffree's like, I've heard things about you. Like, I hear Jeffree's voice. Like, I heard things about you. Like, you are nothing like the way they said you were. And he's like, you're nothing like the way they said you were. That's kind of what I'm hearing them both say. Like, maybe I'm paraphrasing, but I hear it. And they were like, Shane was like, I would love to do, he pitched this idea, which is the documentary, the first documentary that we saw of Shane and Jeffree together. Shane pitched that idea to Jeffree. I feel like they met at like an event, like they first met at like a YouTuber event, just kind of like out of nowhere. Now, Shane, I understand, doesn't normally go to events, like, he stays home, but he happened to be going to one of these events that was thrown by a fire sign. I don't know if this is, I know Laura Lee is a Virgo, but I'm kind of hearing something about Laura Lee or Nikita, something like that, like someone in the makeup community, or maybe someone Jeffree knows, like, kind of like knows Shane a little bit, so they like invited Shane, and that's kind of like how they met a bit. They kind of crossed paths that way, but they didn't really bond or reach out to each other until Shane reached out to Jeffree, because Shane always found Jeffree interesting, and he was like, Shane's always got these ideas going on in his head, like, of what he wants to do with his channel. He's so creative. as we saw or as we see. So he's just like, yo, like, I think it, he doesn't say yo, I'm saying yo. He's like, I think it would be really cool if I could do a documentary on you, just to, you know, Jeffree and Shane were really bonding, and Shane was seeing a side of Jeffree that he doesn't show a lot of people. And it took a lot of convincing on Shane's end to talk Jeffree into doing a documentary even in the first place, because as we know, Shane, not only is Shane private, but Jeffree's very private. So Shane was like, I completely understand if you don't want to, but I think this would be really cool. And what's telling me that is the Magician and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like Jeffree and Shane thought this was a very good business move. They were just like, yo, it's a very good business move because we're one of the two most hated people on YouTube. So let's bond together. Let's manifest something into reality. Let's manifest this into a business at transaction. And we know, as I said in my YouTube video on Jeffree, he is all for a business transaction. Like, he has that moon in Capricorn. So he heard cha-ching. That's what he heard, you know? It was very smart. And what I also pay attention to is the Two of Swords, where, you know, the Two of Swords is talking to me about, you know, hitting the nail right on the hammer on what people wanted to see. What questions should I ask Jeffree on Shane's end? What questions are you okay with me asking? What questions could we kind of like steer up to get people to want to really like see your side, want people to invest in this whole documentary? Now, Shane actually had to get some people to invest. I'm feeling like there were sponsors, and he does do sponsors. I think he did one for Jake Paul, if I'm not mistaken. But he does have sponsors that help out with his documentaries, which is nice because he can't do it all on his own. He does need help financially. Also, I do feel like Jeffree spent led some money over to Shane and said, here, like, here's a better camera, here's this better person, you know. Like, I'm hearing Jeffree has a way of doing that. Like, he'll be like, I can connect you to better people, you know? And Shane was all for that. But he still has this old team around him. He's like, okay, but I want to keep my team as well. So I do feel like they kind of had to compromise a bit. If, you know, Jeffree was going to put forth money, Shane had to kind of bend a little bit. So I am seeing that happen. But through this documentary, I am seeing that their friendship grew. It got real, with the Lovers and the Upright. So I am seeing an actual friendship between them, guys. Like, that is not fake. What you're seeing on their documentary, what you're seeing on Instagram, when Jeffree likes his photos, when Jeffree comments or Shane comments, or, you know, they go into their videos, like, you know, they both show up in their videos, that's real. Like, they really do love each other. There is this camaraderie that I feel. I do feel like they get on each other's nerves. More so, I feel like Shane will crack too many jokes, and Jeffree's a Scorpio, so he gets like very sensitive and up the ass a lot. But it's understandable because Shane will overdo it, you know, at the same time. It's kind of understandable. But at the same time, I'm just like, Jeffree, get off your high horse. Like, stop. Like, have fun, you know? Because Jeffree's got that moon in Capricorn, so he's just kind of like, business, okay? Let's think about business. And Shane is like, let's have fun and do business. You know, Shane likes to have fun with his Mars and Aries. And his Libra, he likes to be very social. He likes to go out and do things. When he does go out, he likes to be social, you know? So one thing I'm very curious about is if Shane and Jeffree will remain friends, or will there be some type of falling out. I know people are gonna be curious about that. I'm fucking curious about it. I don't normally like to pull on drama or potential drama, but I'm very curious because Jeffree tends to fall out with a lot of his friends. So I'm curious. Okay, guys, so my question was, will Shane and Jeffree stay friends, or will there be a falling out? So I am seeing that they will stay friends for a while. I'm not seeing any type of crazy thing happen between them within this year and the next year. I'm feeling like in the next 5 years, it could be 5 years or 5 months. I'm not good with timelines, but I am seeing something happen where their foundation of a friendship does start to crumble, and we start to see this kind of play out in the public. Like we won't see a big eruption like we've been seeing with Jeffree and his other friends, but we'll definitely see something going on with them both. I feel like more so life will just kind of get in the way and they'll grow apart, and because of this Jeffree will feel a little bit hurt. I'm seeing Shane start some type of family. So Jeffree, on the other hand, I don't really feel that for him, but I feel like Shane and Rylan, we're gonna look more into their chart, but I feel like Rylan wants a family, and I feel like Shane is kind of trying to move more towards that energy of like getting married and having kids and just kind of like settling down with his family. And I feel like Jeffree and Shane will eventually grow apart, but I am seeing some fight happen between them, but I don't know for sure if it will be in the public. I feel like they will try to keep it very private. We will see tidbits of it in the public, but they're very protective over their friendship. I don't, as of now, I don't feel their friendship is genuine, guys. I don't feel any bad energy. I just feel sadness that things kind of got in the way, like that they're like more so I'm feeling like the arguments will be like, why can't we hang out, or like, like friendship stuff, like why is family getting in the way, why are things getting in the way. I feel like something with Jeffree's family will happen, and it will cause him to move away from Shane too. So, yeah, I don't know if that's involving Nate. I'm not saying that it is. It could be something with Nate's family, or it could be something with Jeffree, the rest of Jeffree's family that he kind of still contacts, or with his mother that he's still in contact with. So, yeah, guys, nothing crazy. I'm feeling if I do see a potential for there to be an argument with the Five of Wands, but I feel like it will quickly get resolved, and we won't really know much about it. We might hear tidbits about it, or we might hear a good minute of it, but it's gonna quickly like die because they'll fix it. So yeah, guys, I'm not feeling crazy energy for that. This could change, but I'm not feeling crazy energy. No. So now let's go ahead and see how they felt while doing this documentary. Let's see how this documentary will do. Okay, guys, I got the Seven of Swords. So I feel like the documentary will do very well, but I feel like a lot of people will feel like they're lying. Like they'll feel I got the Seven of Swords in the upright, and I feel like they're not gonna be completely honest with every fucking thing that has gone on with them. And I feel like there is gonna be a lot of lies that they're gonna start in the documentary. So I don't like the way that feels. I don't like the way that sounds. Um so I'm feeling like hopefully I'm not correct with this, but I keep hearing with James Charles, like they're gonna like spruce up that little scene a little bit too much. And they didn't really need to add those scenes in there. I don't know why they chose to, but they feel like that would get people a lot more interested, and they kind of like played on that a lot. So, yeah, Three of Swords. Yeah, wow. They're going to play on the heart, how they were sad about it. Like that's going to be a lie. Like that's going to be a lie. Like it I feel like Jeffree and Shane is going to try to make Jeffree look innocent in the documentary, and like all sad, or like he's lying or something like that. That's what I'm feeling. And guys, I did see the trailer, but I don't really know what it's about. So, I mean, none of us do. But we'll see if I'm right. We'll see when this airs, when the documentary airs, and when I upload this video. Just know that I have not seen the documentary yet. So, I recorded this video before they aired the documentary. So, yeah, but they're gonna play a little bit too much on that James Charles shit. And something else too. I feel like they're really gonna try to like make Jeffree look like the victim. So that was a lie. So just when you guys watch it, or if you have watched it and you're watching my video now, just know that that was played up a lot. So yeah. So yes, I feel like Jeffree and Shane's videos, their documentary will do well, but I do feel like there will be a little bit of deception in the video. So we'll see what I feel. We'll see if that comes out as correct. Just keep in mind, guys, I recorded this video September 30th, so I don't know for sure until I know, right? So yes. So now I want to go ahead and see if Rylan and Shane will get married, and then I'll go ahead and wrap this video up. I know that they are engaged, so I know Shane proposed, so we'll see if that actually goes through, and we'll see what's gonna happen. I kind of already did a spoiler for this, but we'll see. Okay, guys, so I pulled some interesting cards. So I feel like they will be very indecisive on whether or not they are going to get married. I'm seeing some problems with them with money come out, or some problems with certain things not working out. Like I'm seeing one of them wants like a destination wedding, but the other one doesn't. Like the other one wants to stay home and like get married. I feel like that's Shane. I feel like Ryland kind of wants more of the destination wedding. He's kind of had this like dream wedding in his head for like ever. So I kind of see like Shane like dishing out like a lot of money so that he can have a certain type of wedding that he wants to have. But I'm feeling like it will be more so impulsive when they get married. It'll just kind of be like spur of the moment. Okay, like let's do this. It doesn't feel like it's planned. It feels kind of like it's a mess, to be honest. Like I'm not trying to be mean, but it feels like it's messy. Like I don't know. I see someone not I see someone not doing well, like them, getting kicked out, like someone kicking the other one out of the house, or, and then from there, it just kind of gets like impulsive when they get married. So it doesn't feel good. It feels like there's just a lot of chaos around them getting married. But again, like I said, in tarot, this is never set, it can change. So I'm just feeling like something around their marriage, like them getting married, like actually getting married, it will not go as planned. And it just won't. I don't see it happening right now. Will it happen in the future? That could always change. So yeah, Four of Wands. Yeah, guys, wow, as I said that, I'm actually not seeing them get finished getting married. I see something happening. I see one of them leaving, or one of them getting kicked out or leaving. I don't know. So I'm not saying that they're going to cheat. I'm not saying anything crazy like that. I'm just saying like something is going to happen to where they don't actually walk down the aisle. So that's sad, and I hope I'm wrong, but yeah. I feel like Shane is very controlling, when it comes to Ryland. He's very controlling, and I feel like he tends to make fun of Ryland a lot, and I feel like they're like in love, and I feel like Shane is like a big softie with him sometimes, but I do feel this energy of just kind of like Rylan is gonna have enough of Shane's energy. I just feel like Shane's just very controlling and dark, and Rylan is more optimistic, and I just don't feel like they're gonna work out in the long run. I'm praying I'm wrong, but because I can be wrong, guys. But yeah, so hopefully they actually do walk down the aisle, and hopefully Shane gets his act together, you know? So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Jeffree Star and Shane, or Shane and Jeffree Star. A little bit of Ryland. I wanted this to mainly be about Shane and Jeffree, not so much Ryland, but I just threw Ryland in there because I know people will ask me. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you like what you see here, please subscribe, thumbs up this video. If you thumbs it down, totally fine, understand. I appreciate anything you guys give me. Any comments you want to make on this documentary or on this video, just let me know, and let me know what you guys would like to see from me. And I also want to start doing what I feel like these characters would be like. I want to do like, what would this character Zodiac be, and do you relate, so let me know if you guys would like to see that too. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy your day or night whenever you're watching this. Love and light, guys. Bye.